This podcast is brought to you in association with Small Beer Limited, Britain's leading cask ale and craft beer wholesaler. Head to all the W's, smallbeerwholesale.co.uk. Now on with the show. Chickeny China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops ticking. This is gone off on a tangent with me, Adam Stocks, him, Carl Stubbs.
Husky, Carl Stubbs.
But it's sexual.
Yeah.
That is. It's like Barry White's wandered in.
I've got a semi.
Twinging.
My first, my last.
Hanging off YOLO baby. I wonder if getting pulled on the algorithm for that. Even you laugh. You sound like Marge Simpson.
Oh, can't laugh today, so it's going to be a very serious
No,
episode.
Dr. Hibbard. I'm going with that.
Okay.
Oh, that was a bit more... what's that boxer?
Frank Bruno.
Yeah. All right, Darry.
Know what I mean, though.
Know what I mean? Dan Taylor.
Hello. We'll get there in the end.
You've not brought the voice with you.
Funny.
Like Carl. Bringing the Phoebe voice into the room.
I was on the way back from like my race yesterday. I did my race with this, whatever it is, and Mum like did the worst thing you can possibly do and Googled like
Yeah, don't do that.
all the symptoms. She was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it. I was like, okay, well, I can guarantee you I've got cancer. I probably need an amputation and I should probably be shot in the next 3 days.
Pull the curtain around him. He's Googled it. WebMD.
And she was like, well, what? Because I've got this. I'm not going to get too graphic, but when I cough, I get like quite a yellowy.
No,
that's enough now. Come on, there's people having the breakfast
You
here.
don't need to
No,
know.
but there won't be.
It's one of my...
No,
I
'cause
hate
this
that
is the-
fucking word.
What? Mucus?
No, the other one.
All right.
But you hate the Dutch.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was like, when it starts to go white, you're getting better. I was like, well, no. When I'm getting
That's a wives' tale, isn't it?
when I'm getting better is when it stops hurting.
That's such a mum thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's white. I must be better.
Don't need a doctor.
Yeah, I can stop coughing.
Your mum's a
but
quack.
Every time I laugh, I sound like I've had 48 cigarettes in the last 3 minutes.
So yeah, new development. I cycle semi-pro and also 50 Marlboro Lights
Yeah.
a day. So I read it online that it was a good thing to do.
We're going to finish him
Have
off.
some fun with that, aren't we? Easy.
I'm not going to laugh.
It's not that sort of show, mate.
Oh, the way he's talking. Anything could happen.
Phoebe, friends,
I
so I'm
don't think I
thinking
could
of.
take a pummeling today. Tell you what, sucking someone off might clear my throat out. So if you're offering.
They do say it's the natural elixir.
I'm not usually down for it, but I'm fucking hell, anything to clear this.
No, with your diet, you couldn't have semen. I think there's too much salt in it. I think for you.
I imagine it like
Must be heavy in calories.
it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
Somebody Google
let's
it.
go with yeah.
Let's just go with yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, my Google search history ain't great, but how many calories in semen probably ain't something I want to add to it.
It depends how many semen you have.
I've had a load of pineapple though, so it should be all right.
You was eating that before we got in
I
here.
was, yeah.
Have you? Is that actually true?
Don't know, mate. It's never really been a thing for me. It's like asparagus and pissing. Is that real?
Asparagus
No,
and
that
pissing is
that's
definitely
true.
true.
I've never
yeah.
eaten asparagus, obviously.
Yeah.
So
No,
it doesn't
that
seem to make me whiff a corned beef
I
when I go for a
can
piss.
confirm that asparagus makes your wee smell like sugar puffs.
Yeah.
Sugar puff deggy.
But as for semen and pineapples, I can't imagine that's true. How can that be true?
Let us know on Twitter. Let us know. I don't know, mate. I think it could be true. I don't know.
I'm happy to eat the pineapple if we've got a willing volunteer. Put it that way.
Took a turn, didn't it?
Amy, are you listening this week?
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, she was more upset about the accent bashing, to be fair. I think you're safely on the subs bench, mate, just in case.
Right, okay.
I think you'll be waiting a while, if I'm honest. I think she's in a very, very good relationship, but still.
She didn't like how accurate my...
No, she's like,
was.
I don't sound like that, matey. I'm going to knock him out. I'm from Burton-on-Trent, matey. So she said to me, she said, I've never said matey. And I said, no, we've obviously exaggerated it, but you do have a Burton accent, duck. Any less of that. We bumped each other in Aldi, didn't we?
We did.
And you bumped into Bev. You see everyone in Aldi.
Yeah, I do,
don't you?
actually.
Which is, was I there?
No, that was the week before.
Double Aldi. Somebody
It
else.
was last week,
Not
actually.
in the big shop, do you?
No, bumped into Bev last week, you this week.
We realised that we live very different lives, don't we?
Yes. The fact that you were halfway around the store when I first saw you, and we caught you up and overtook you.
My children with me, to be fair. Wasn't
Children in
just-
tow,
Yeah.
it's quite clear.
Carnage.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Because to give the wife a bit of a break, just leave her the one
Oh, yeah.
child.
Give her a break.
Leave her my
By
lunatic.
taking him to fucking Aldi.
No, she stayed at home.
Why don't you just take
So
him
I
to
took
the
him.
park after or something?
Because we'd done all that. We'd literally been to football training, then to Hartstone Park for 2 hours, walked around there, gone on the swings and all that shit, got back, needed a big shop. Wife wasn't feeling too good, so I left her the little and who was just watching Cocomelon or some shit. And I took the two out for another hour or so just to get the shopping done. So I'm just dad of the year, mate.
Jeans on.
Jeans,
Yes,
jeans were on.
you can confirm I had jeans on.
We also tried to infiltrate each other's shopping by sneaking things
I
into
feel
the-
I was more successful
You definitely were.
because Ella Rose dobbed you in, my
Yeah,
eldest.
fucking...
Honestly,
Kids-
arsehole, didn't she?
kids-
What did you
They don't
try
miss
putting
anything.
in?
Like
You
a-
slipped something really weird into my trolley.
It was like a classic middle aisle.
Classic.
It's like a vehicle...
Engine checker, wasn't
Engine
it?
checker.
Oh, nice.
I went 442.
It's like
I shoved
17
the-
quid. And I leant down the
17 quid.
I leant down the side of his thing to get some biscuits and then came back up and dropped it in the trolley and they were like, the kids just like picked it up and were like, what's this?
Daddy, what's
I was
this?
like, don't tell your dad. They're like, I'm going to tell him. I was like, well, let's fucking ruin the day then, hasn't it?
Then the
So-
cashier ruined my game.
Yeah.
She took it off the. Do you know him, dear?
Yeah.
No, some random fucker just putting stuff on the
putting
on the
syrup
what is
on
it? The fucking thingy.
Conveyor belt.
That's it on that cuddly toy.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, just shove it. It was a fruit shooty thing I put on there. What it did make me realise was how quick in your life. So I'm 35, right? So how quick when you blink, right? You go from spending every weekend playing footy, going to footy, going to the pub with your mates, blah blah. You literally blink, and and that's all gone. And you spend 99% of your time with your wife. And like,
I could confirm I
no,
don't do that.
you not. This hasn't happened to you clearly. So so this is how sad it is, right? We're going to watch Sheffield United on Friday, courtesy of the big man at Football Club. We're off to watch Sheffield United Wigan. There's only six of us going.
You refer to him like he's God.
Here's God.
He is.
He is
big,
God.
The big man.
Well, he's fucking massive. He's like 6'4".
He has been known as the big man for...
I know, but
Since I was 14 or 9 when I
mean-
first met him, and he was a fucking giant.
I mean, I bloody really like the bloke, but
bloody like the
referring to him as God's a bit much.
Well, I didn't. You did.
Oh,
So
I
it said
know.
the big man.
Yeah, that's how I
You just took it
envisaged
further.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's sorted some tickets out. So there's only 6 of us going from the group, but it's the group that I grew up with. So I've known them all since about, I don't know, 7, 8, 9. Went to primary school, then secondary school with them, yada, yada, yada. And we don't see each other as much as we used to. And we're, like, this has been like 4 weeks in the making now of like constant WhatsApp messages. What are you wearing? What time are we going there? Everyone's ridiculous. This is how like, little we go out now. Everyone's ridiculously excited. It's embarrassing. They're all married. They've all got kids. Saw each other yesterday at Hearthstone and what have you. And it was like, looking for next Friday. It's like, yeah, you looking for next Friday. It's embarrassing. Whereas you can just drop everything and go for a beer.
Yeah.
You can drop
Fucking
everything
brilliant.
and go for a water. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing tying into anything. Ridiculous, isn't it? Blink and you miss it.
I'd say my life's better.
Depends what value you put on wife and kids, innit? I've gone down the managerial route, you know what I mean? Retired early, manager,
Right.
squad together. You're still playing your days out.
You coming back like Roy Hodgson anytime soon? Or?
I am Roy Hodgson. You can feel like him. Great win for the big man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Godlike figure.
He's won.
Oh, Ian managing Crystal Palace now.
If he wants to manage them, he fucking can.
Jesus Christ, he gets around.
Just start chucking it in for you.
Sorted ticket to
Last
Sheffield
minute, wasn't it?
United, winning games for Palace.
He's won more games for Palace than the Irish
Did you
manager
see
since
the goal?
November.
See the goal?
No, I haven't
the
seen
minute,
anything.
it's a great goal.
Is it?
Mateta, I think. Literally on the spin, bang, the crowd goes, okay, honestly, last minute winners, just the
Crowd goes
tits.
wild.
Mild in the
Yeah.
Palace's thing. They're a myth, the Palace fans. I went to the Emirates.
How's that? How
Uh,
were the sandwiches?
no, I had beef bourguignon. All small plates, Carl. Could have done with a bigger plate, if I'm honest. Like 4 chef stations.
That'd have been all right for him.
I had a bit of ravioli, beef bourguignon, some lamb, all very rich. I gave up after that and just got back on the beers. But that's the third time I've been in that lounge through work. And it's amazing what a little bit of success or potential success can do to a crowd. Insufferable, arrogant, and up their own arses this weekend. And they weren't like that before. They were good banter when they were shit. Do you know what I mean? Like top 4 was all they could hope for. Now they're this close to it. Fucking hell.
But they're relying, like they've all got to a stage now where it's like they all fucking know that if they fuck it up from here, then everyone's going to be absolutely on them, aren't they?
But it was fairly obvious we were Leeds fans. Hosted some customers and they were Leeds fans as well. So we weren't doing anything. We just sat there and just chatting through the game. The guys, just partners, they were fine. We were chatting about football and life and other shit because it wasn't great for us. And they scored their 4th. And she just stood up and she just went, I can't hear you from the top of the league. I went, okay. Bear in mind that I've been to League One and back. I'm not really that arsed, if I'm honest. I've got a club, that's all that really matters. So I'm not really arsed. So I turned around.
You are a little bit.
Well, you would all love to win the league, Carl, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? And then she's done it again. And I've just gone, what's happened here? Why am I being singled out? So leaving at the end of the game, left on the 85th, getting another beer in before getting back home. And I just said to her, you probably won the league today. Congratulations. Like, genuine. And she went, fuck off. I was like, oh, you're lovely, ain't you? Aren't you nice?
I wouldn't say they've won the league.
Well, I've just been up trying to just mend some bridges. Is that saying? That's not saying, is it?
Build bridges.
Build bridges. Mend fences. B&Q. I'm just trying to be nice, Carl.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
They've hosted me.
You couldn't mend fuck all looking at the state.
No,
of
it's
these
embarrassing.
walls.
But I just, nothing, honestly. What a bunch of twats.
Yeah.
So up the fucking city, Blue Moon. Ireland bangs him in, although it'd be some fucking going now. Is it 8 points, is it now?
Yeah, they've got game
5.
in hand, don't they?
Game in hand, they've got to play him.
5 in a game in hand.
6 in a game in hand. Done.
Was it 6?
Blue Moon. I'd love it. I might go down for one of them 28 grand games at the end of the season. See who's left in there. Pricks. I never minded Arsenal before.
I quite like Arsenal.
I'll go try and sit in my seat at the weekend. Arseholes. But the lounge was good.
That's all right then.
Beer was quality.
What was it?
It was Camden.
Camden, yeah.
Camden lager was very nice. The customers were on champagne. They went full throttle,
That's
which
free,
you should
innit?
do. Yeah, it's free bar, Philly Boots. But I thought, they're not easing themselves in here. They've just gone straight for it was Collet actually, Collet champagne. They went straight in for it, balls deep. I thought, fair fucks to them. Yeah,
we did
problem
the
with that.
same when we went to Wembley, didn't we?
Yeah, we smashed the gin, didn't we? It was a good day, that.
And what was
Not
the,
him.
And the shortish. What was the other short drink that was on? Was it like Negronis or something?
The Negronis, I think. It was like a little cocktail stand, wasn't there?
Sensational. Before we had a little chat with Danny Mills and Emil Esky.
Couldn't get rid of Danny Mills. I'm slightly concerned he'd turn up on this stag do I've got in June. He loved us, didn't he? Emileski was a bit boring, wasn't he?
Yeah, didn't offer a lot.
Very little.
Feel free to come on the podcast, Emmy, and defend yourself. If by some weird coincidence you listen to this.
Maybe we should just tweet him a photo of you and him and say, fancy it.
Is he on Twitter?
Don't know.
Whereas Danny Mills, what a guy.
Prolific Twitterer.
Tells little stories, wasn't he? About the coin game and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, good dude. You fell asleep.
I did. I was fucked.
You'd been to a stag do the day before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stuck
we'd
to
been
Cheltenham.
to Cheltenham the day before, yeah.
Why were you better then? You were fine.
Because I'm not a soft cock.
Different.
Right.
That voice comes with arrogance and I love it.
Fucking hell.
Let it
Someone doesn't drink anymore. Fuck me.
Ooh, we've got a rattlesnake in the cage.
That was a loose day, to be fair. Oh, Darren Aaron was an angry man.
Who?
He certainly was.
It was a stag do, and it was like we had a full bus full. It was quite large. It was like 2 groups, wasn't there? Like the blokes' old cricket club, and then current cricket club, and then
Family and a few like
floaters in between. I guess
A few floats.
And after a few beers and that, obviously everyone had been on the gas all day, and on the way back,
not everyone sees eye to eye after a beer, do they?
No.
And the one guy in particular was like getting a bit rowdy, and we've got a lad in our team who's known as the human hand grenade, and he was just poking, and not me.
I would say normally pull the pin out of you and watch you go.
Well, if you think I'm bad, he's worse.
Your secret gift is your non-plus.
What I do to help the situation is poke him, who then pokes.
It's like a big chain of bears poking bears.
Oh, and God, did it go off? And he just kept poking him.
Fisticuffs?
No, not quite.
It would have got there if not.
Yeah,
another half hour.
Fucking hell, honestly.
So everyone was
the
like,
bus was split in two on the way home. Put it that way.
I was like, oh, keep going, Al. Go on, Al. You can't have that, Al. Keep going. And
You're going to let him say that about you?
You can't say that.
You actually fucking whine.
And he just kept going, mate. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah. I love it.
Dangerous.
Yeah, that's your secret power, Carl.
Yeah.
I think you know you have it already, but it's just the plain face. Not bothered. It's like, what's that kid saying? Rubber and glue. Bounce off me and sticks to you. That kid saying. That's him.
Don't know, mate. We haven't got kids.
I mean, you've heard that from like kids shows and growing up.
No, I haven't.
I've never heard that before.
No, neither.
I can't remember the exact same. It bounces off. I'm like rubber. Bounce off me, sticks on you, and you're glue.
Right.
There's a saying there.
You butchered the shit out of it.
Well, obviously, but
don't know what.
What did I butcher last time? Jimmy Carr joke.
Yeah.
I listened back to that the other day. I was like, yeah, I didn't nail that.
You know the solution to that problem? Don't listen back.
I didn't get all of it in last week, so I'm hoping we didn't say anything too ropey.
That's right.
Tibbsy would have said something.
We haven't been pulled off air, so it can't be horrendous, can it?
Pulled off air like with some sort of talk sport special.
What do you? I don't know. What's the correct phrase then?
Yeah, to be fair, we could get everything like they could just. I don't know what can they do actually now I've said that, because we've said some proper ropey stuff on there. Nothing's ever happened.
Obviously,
so we'll have to reporters. No reporters, obviously. What else are we going to do on a Monday night?
Let it keep coming.
I've googled it, and all that's coming up is Evo sticks like shit. So, but there definitely is a saying there somewhere. But never mind. You said last week about the clocks going back, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Mm.
April Fool's jokes. They're done now, aren't they?
Yes.
Do they even still exist?
Yeah, I was on LinkedIn earlier, and there was this marketing company that were bragging about how many they'd done this year, and I thought, well, that's the point, innit? It's like, you're ruining it. It's just shit, innit?
Yeah.
You included Wilson with your shitty cathedral joke.
Oh, terrible.
I didn't even get it at first. I thought they were on about that house on the left, that sort of overlooks. I thought it was that, and I was like, that's weird. They've only put one picture of it up. The rest is all of the cathedral. It's weird. Then I clocked it. It was some shitty joke. Oh, so the cathedral I prefer.
There are terrible. There's some really, really shite ones.
Best one was the Lincoln one when I was there. So the old head of wherever it was, website, whatever it is, he painted you green and loads fell for it. We were getting people calling and complaining.
Hey, what?
So basically, I walked in his office day before and he was photoshopping your stand into green, photoshopping the shirt, yada, yada, yada. And he'd done this whole web post about how you were returning to being the Lincoln Greens, yada, 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 and traditional roots and all this sort of stuff, getting rid of the imp. And I'm not even like hundreds rang in. I was in the ticket office, hundreds rang in, kicking off that you were changing the colour from obviously red and white to green. They just hadn't clocked it. That was years ago. That was like 2006. Maybe people were more gullible then. I don't know. But brewers are doing it. Like Tiny Rebel did AU vodka or what have you.
They're just trying too hard about everything when it's normal.
Try hard, so they?
Yeah, very much so. Very much
so. They can get in the bin, Carl, reckon?
What's that?
April Fools. What's your thoughts on it?
Just a waste of time, and it's too many stipulations. Like, got to do it. Why can you only make a joke before 12? Ridiculous.
Traditions, innit?
Why?
I don't fucking know. Get up with the 1800s. Pinch, punch, first of the month. That don't happen anymore. No one does that anymore, do they? Have you not heard of that fucker either?
No, I've heard of that.
If someone does that to me...
Smack him.
I'd knock him out, mate.
Knock him out, mate.
You wait to see what happens on the 31st.
Yeah.
Getting it.
I'll be honest, it would be embarrassing for everyone involved if I was to hit someone.
Yeah, I'm pleased to say that I've never had a fight in my life and I don't want to start anytime soon.
Neither.
I don't see the point in violence, Carl.
No.
It doesn't solve anything, does it?
I'm nothing but love.
One love, innit?
Nothing but love and the occasional poke.
I've listened to enough Bob Marley to know. Doesn't matter.
That was a poke.
Don't worry.
As in, like...
Not a Facebook poke.
No, as in, like...
Poking a bear.
Yes, rather than a Fork.
What? Fucking
He's
hell.
got a little look on his face. I'm trying to work out what's just happened.
I just needed to clarify. For the
Is he not forking a bear?
No. I was basically saying, Adam,
He
that I
wasn't
wasn't having
having sex
sexual
with anyone.
intercourse.
Right. Okay.
More poking, as in poking the
Right,
bear,
with you
winding
now.
somebody up, rather
But
than
not fork.
No fork. Well, occasional fork.
Poking badgers with spoons? How about that?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
They're angry bastards, badgers and all, aren't they?
Especially if they
also,
get poked by a fork.
Yeah.
Goldilocks over there.
Hello.
Rumbled him in Aldi. Rumbled him.
With
Rumbled
what?
him. Fucking buying eggs, wasn't he?
What?
Purchasing eggs.
There's no eggs in there again today.
Purchasing eggs.
And
Yeah.
Tesco's.
You literally said this podcast. Don't need eggs, mate. Farmer. Get them from your dad.
Oh.
Rumbled him.
Well,
Single-handedly killing the farming community.
Honestly. One egg at a time.
Oh, my-
Butchering it.
my
They
dad-
don't care about your roots.
What's the point in even having
Fucking
chickens?
let me speak.
May as well kill them and
Fucking
have bloody
clowns.
roast dinner.
My dad needs to buy more chickens, doesn't he?
Clearly.
Really?
Well, you just putting them out of business. Not
I was
using them.
proud of your missus, though. She did check her eggs. Said, always check your eggs,
Always
love.
checks her eggs.
Always check your eggs. Don't trust them
Fucking
bastards. Got to trust your eggs, Scar. Got to check them. Lift the lid.
Yeah, I mean,
Always
you-
check-
only a fool would not check their eggs.
Exactly.
My two mottos in life are check your eggs and stroke your goats.
The wife said the other day she was peering over my shoulder as I was doing that Facebook post with the beanie, not the beanies, the bobble hats. And she went,
Yeah, which is
Oh.
the same thing.
stroke the goat. And I went, no, you've told me off for calling them beanies a couple of weeks ago.
Beanies, bobble
Hey, Mick, would you fucking go along?
tomato,
So
tomato.
I said, stroke the goat. She went, oh, that's quite funny. I went, yeah, Carl. She went, about time he did something for the podcast. Meow. Oh, claws
Claws
are
out.
out, mate. Oh. And she's all nicey nice when you turn up here on a Monday.
She's not.
No, it's true. True.
I fucking saved her life the other week.
Because every fucking Monday, right, I'll say to her, it's pod at 6, and she'll go, oh, I forgot that. It's every fucking Monday, love, for like 2.5 years. Have you forgotten? First world problems.
I think it's because I wind your kids up.
They don't need any help from you, and oh, fuck me. Jesus.
I've tried to. I was telling them that I thought Easter was when Father Christmas came earlier.
As long as you don't just wander in there and do any sort of Santa stuff, we should be fine. Because they're still all believers of everything in there. So let's
Yeah.
just leave the innocence of youth.
I have.
Just before you got here, actually, they were on the trampoline. I just dragged them in when you were thinking, and Cece had gone face first into the grass. Absolutely, that kid does not give a shit. Absolutely mind blowing.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, so you've been rumbled on the eggs.
Yeah, well, whatever.
We'll have a word with Malk, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have got bobble hats, beanies coming out
Yeah,
at
they
some point.
Should be here in the next
So what the plan
3
is
weeks or so.
with that is you'll be able to
Just in time
purchase
for
them.
summer.
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, I see people.
No, the
All
worst
year
thing in
round.
the world is like you get to a bar, you go to a barbecue, and then it gets to like 8 o'clock at night, and it gets a little bit temperature drops, doesn't it? We've got the gift for you.
Slip it on.
Yeah,
But not only does this gift,
that should be in marketing.
so you can purchase this from a link that we'll post out when we get the stock and everything else. Thank you to Will. What's Will's company?
TNF.
TNF. I've only written it 14 times on social medias all week. So thanks to Will for sorting us out with those. They look great. So when they land, so you'll be able to purchase them off a link that we'll post. But also, not only that, so we ain't got a price yet. We're thinking 20 sheets.
Yeah, be around.
Somewhere around there. It's around 20 quid. And then, but you also get to sponsor the show. So we'll have the usual small beer sponsorship because they've signed up again for another however long a period. And then so it'll be 20 quid. You get your hat, you message us, and we'll sponsor the show after you. So this can be used as, we'll say some bollocks about you. Carl will flirt with you. I'll buy you a Fred Bentos pie. Or you can stitch somebody up. So if you want to give us a story or something, like a best man story, and we'll tell it on the airwaves. So yeah, plenty of options. Or just buy a hat. That's also an option.
Yeah, we've got 50 to go at. So
I've no idea how the postage and packaging is working. Dan's sorting it. So I'm sure they'll get to your house.
yeah, we'll work it out. It's
Yeah, it'll
fine.
be fine. Might have to hand deliver it. Carl can hand deliver it naked
On his bike.
on his bike.
Yeah, fine.
Feel free to sniff the saddle. That's up to you. Whatever you're into, really.
Yeah, I'm anything for
Anything
the,
for the goat.
yeah.
But we've ordered them, so they'll be in
And if you
stock.
fit, you can physically stroke the goat.
They look delicious as well.
Look delicious.
Well, like, good.
Okay. Should we talk about Graham Potter?
Is there anything else? I thought there was a bit more.
What's in the hats?
No. I'm sure. I was going to go off on a tangent from there, but
Was yeah, not like us.
no.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll play a little
Dan,
clip.
You go for it, mate.
No, I can't
He's
remember what it is.
forgotten.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you want to do it, you do it, Dan. You just be you.
I'll play a motivational speaker.
Fucking hell.
I'm going to play, while you're thinking, I'm going to play a little clip from September
You
that's
do
relevant
you, Dan.
to Potter. Okay? Everyone good with that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Potter got the Chelsea job.
Yes.
Obviously, a bit of a delay in the announcement for obvious reasons. It was announced today, I believe. What are our thoughts, gentlemen?
He's going to be a very rich man in about 3 months' time.
His contract's worth 20 million. So, yes, he is indeed rich.
Good luck.
That's all that matters, isn't it? We called that. He's going to be rich. We got a bit overzealous on how long he was going to be there. But we all clocked it.
3
Pointless.
months?
Stubbsy
When did
wheeling
you
away.
No, you said, as long as he survives January.
No, literally, the viewer could just hear that. He's going to be a very rich man in 3 months' time.
Yeah, but if you go and listen to the episode,
Mate,
which is Binfluence
I
on the
don't
11th
care.
of September.
That is all the bit that we need to talk
I'm
about.
too
right
generous
now.
to you because I could have clipped all of it, which is where you said he'd be there for
Listen,
5
you
years.
two had your argument last week or the week before.
Look,
We
No, the
don't want
evidence
that
is there,
again.
Dan. Just the 11th of September, Binfluence episode. It's all there. That's the 13th minute. Go listen to it. Carl then goes on to say, as long as he survives January, which is fine, he'll be there 5 years.
When did he get the job?
September
I was out anyway. 'cause that'd have
2022.
been- Yeah.
You said 5. I said 2.5. Got called a bottle job for doing that. He said 4. I can't remember what Tibbsy said. But the main thing is, the reason I clipped that bit was he is pretty rich now, isn't he?
Yeah, unless there was a clause that we don't know about.
So he can now buy all the turtlenecks he wants. Or they'll probably go back to being a
back in
tracksuit
the
wearer now.
trackies, yeah. He'll be back in trackies.
What do you reckon? Straight into Leicester?
No, he's turned it down, hasn't
Has he?
he? Yeah.
On what grounds?
He's having a break.
From what? Doing fuck all for the last 8 months.
Yeah,
He wants the beans, doesn't he?
Does he want the Spurs job, do you reckon?
That's going to Rodgers.
He's not going there.
That has got Spurs written all over it.
No.
He's a cheap option. Plays just about good enough football. He does play good football, actually. Now I've said that. And he's a bit arrogant. He'll fit right in. So yeah, I reckon he'll go there. So while we're on that, so there's been 12 sackings this year. Carl, I want you to name them all.
Okay.
Not in any order. I'll just tick them off for you. So
Frank-
there's been 12.
Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard. Scott Parker. Patrick Vieira. What did Conte? Has he been sacked? Or did
Yeah,
he
that's
leave?
your fifth one.
How many do I need? Christ.
Well, if you include in Potter, 'cause we just discussed it, you've got a few left.
Who else is?
Your mate. Your mate, Marsh.
yeah, Marsh. Rodney
Yeah.
Marsh.
Rodney Marsh.
Old Rodders.
Um,
You've got a Wolves manager.
Larger.
There you are. You've got a Welsh bloke we talked about. Was there about 3 minutes.
Jones.
I could have stayed and fucked a Welsh bird, but I took this job instead.
Jones and Hassenhudel.
Hasenhutl, Rabbit Hutch. You got 2 left. A Frenchman and a German. Unless you've said one of these in the podcast.
Patrick Vieira.
Yes, and then one.
he was like my fourth guess.
What was he?
Yeah.
And then a German who's got bodies in the basement.
Oh, Tuchel.
Yeah. Dortmund's answer to Fred
Harry
West.
Potter.
Oh, Thomas.
So yeah,
He's gone to
Thomas
Bayern
Tuchel.
Munich now, hasn't
One at the weekend.
he? Was it first game?
Doesn't mean he hasn't got bodies in the basement, does it?
I didn't say that.
Just saying. He's like the scientist out of what's the that's Human Centipede. He's got that look about him.
You strike me as the type of bloke that's watched that.
Have you not watched it?
I've seen bits of
It's
it.
the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my life. It was really weird.
Did you watch?
Tough wank, I'm honest.
Did you watch 2 after it?
No, I've not seen. I didn't know there was a second one. If I'm honest, I tried to watch Saw as well. I've watched a couple of them. I'm not that big into horror.
No, they're a bit grim, a bit far fetched.
I'm massively concerned that if I stick a horror movie on and my kids are like at the door and I haven't noticed them and then watch like 30 minutes of The Exorcist, I don't know what might happen. So I don't really tend to watch them. Plus, I'm a fanny, so I'll just stick a comedy on. YouTube or something. You know, like a wormhole.
Funny.
You know that for a while. Also,
There'll
Carl,
be someone out there that gets offended by that, but never mind.
won't be a Scottish person, will it? They love saying it, don't they?
Yeah, we funny.
Yeah, we funny. Gambling on shirts, they're going to voluntarily give them up,
Good.
which I thought was interesting.
I love gambling.
I love gambling as well, but it's going to scupper a lot of people because there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of clubs with a lot of... It's the EFL I feel for a bit because obviously you can't put cigarettes anymore for obvious reasons. Alcohol's gone. So betting's the last vice, isn't it?
All addictions. It's just like...
Yeah, but there's money in it, isn't there?
Yeah,
as
but-
horrible as it is, and it's shit, don't get me wrong, but there is money in
Yeah,
it,
but
isn't there?
is it just off shirts?
Well, I don't know what happened to the Sky Bet Football League.
Well,
I'm sure I have to do something, but as far as I'm aware, the Premier League are going to volunteer to get rid of shirt, front and arm sponsors for betting adverts because they've got the cash, they don't need to worry about it.
there'll be
Find
someone
other-
else that comes along.
Yeah. I think they should be allowed to put breweries back on the front, but just put the non-alcoholic version on. So they could have that, the Carlsberg Classic Liverpool front with 0%. That'd work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Are you encouraging people to drink if it's 0%? Heineken Zero, put that on a shirt.
Not encouraging-
Star Pramen Zero.
The thing is, all those classic shirts that have all, got... They weren't sponsored because they wanted to encourage people to drink. It was just it's obviously a sponsorship package.
But it's the category of people watching, isn't it?
Yeah.
That drink alcohol, they gamble, they smoke.
So
I'm not typecasting everybody, but you know what I mean? That the big percentage are sticking an acca on, having 10 pints of Guinness and watching Leeds lose. That's what they're doing.
yeah. In between packets.
So what's
of
left
facts.
then? What's left? Banks have always been
Yeah.
good money. Hotels have stopped now because there's not enough margin in it, I don't think. We are like Thistle Hotels in the 90s. I can't imagine there's much money in that. A few of them had crypto. Well, that's betting, isn't it? It's just as dodgy. Lose your money like that. So I'm not sure what revenue streams they'll have left. I'm sure they'll find somebody, but a few have gone on the old charity route, haven't they?
Yeah.
Barca seem to use it as a gateway to get
More
sponsors
cash.
on the front, the dodgy bastards.
Cash cow.
I don't know. I know we've never had a shirt sponsor, but we're going to put a charity on. Oh, okay, that's fine, yeah. 3 years later. They've got some... airlines. That tends to be the state-owned clubs go for that route, don't they? It's a way of shoving revenue through, calling it something else. Back on the sackings, actually, before we moved a bit too quick off that. That's a record, that. 12. They're all getting a bit itchy, aren't they? There's 10 games to go. So for Leicester to pull the trigger now, I get why they've done it. The risks are too high now, aren't they?
They are. But like you say, they are. It's very trigger happy now, isn't it? It's like
You can't build anything now.
no, and talking about Ten Hag being the right person for Man United, I still see bits and pieces of fans on Twitter.
Yeah, it's moronic, isn't it?
and they're all like, "Well, he's had this long, and it's not working now. So is it ever going to work?" Kind of thing, and
Short-sighted, isn't it? Now?
very, very short-sighted. And I think that's the game we're
In our
watching now.
WhatsApp group, actually, just talk about it. They're talking now about obviously it's a Leeds group, so we're talking about Gracia, and I think he's been brilliant so far. And even if we go down, I saw him to stay, and if we stay, I would definitely want him to stay. And they're on about replacing him. I'm thinking, Canale's points record is decent. Why can't we not just stick with this guy?
Yeah,
Why have we got to move on? I don't.
Plus, it doesn't really give that person the confidence to say, I've got the backing of anyone. You're just going in, hiding into nothing, aren't you, really?
But the flip side of it is you've got Everton that changed to try and play football sort of 3 or 4 managers ago. Right, that's enough now. We're post Moyes, we're going to play football. Palace did the same, very brave, putting Vieira in. Right, we're going to play football now. Leicester had already moved there, won the league and continued that succession. Other sides have done it as well. And then now they just go, we've played some football and we might get relegated. Shit, just put Hodgson in. And then these managers come in and Dyche has gone to Everton and I don't know who come at Leicester, if I'm honest. I don't think it'll be something like that, surely, but it won't be a sexy appointment.
Who's it going to
I
be?
don't know, there's 10 games to go and they're just, are they in the bottom 3 or just outside?
Yeah, they are. I think they dropped into
They dropped in. Or are Everton in it? Everton played tonight, so obviously, they're the second bottom.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what the answer is.
No. But it
You
is.
go earlier, you can stick to your principles, you see. Like Wolves got Lopetegui in, Gracia plays good football. We acted a little bit earlier, so we were allowed to a bit of freedom to bring a footballing manager in inverted commas.
Isn't it mental though that going back to the Chelsea thing? So they paid Brighton 21.5 million for
Is that what they paid?
for his services. So it's basically cost Chelsea 3.1 million per game.
Not sure it was
Oh,
worth
sorry, no,
it.
not for per game, per victory.
His record's terrible.
It's awful, isn't it?
But if you are building a long-term project, you have to ride this out.
Yeah, of course you do.
You're not getting relegated anytime soon.
There was that stat, wasn't there, about how many players had played in all those games. Like he just could not settle on a squad.
And there's no Chelsea fans at it, so maybe we're being thingy. But I just think if you're going to give it the old 5 years long-term project, blah, blah, let him build it.
Exactly.
At least give him the sub. Or actually, buy him players he wants. And also, who spends that amount of money and doesn't buy a striker
Yeah, precisely.
of any ilk? And the one striker. Where did Aubameyang actually go?
He's
still there?
Yeah,
He's just schlepping around.
he's fucking poison, that bloke.
What's the chances of Nagelsmann taking it and beating Real Madrid and getting Munich?
Well, there's a fair
There's a
chance.
script there, isn't there?
Possibly.
Although I dare say it'll be whoever's got in charge now at the end of the season. If I'm honest.
Giggsy.
Giggsy.
Give it Giggsy till the end of the season.
You see, Abramovich talking to Chelsea had also secretly been funding Vitesse Arnhem.
Had he?
Seen that, yeah. I'm going to go with allegedly right now, just in case.
Just in
I
case
don't
he
fancy
comes
losing my
with his
house.
fucking tin pot outfit in the fucking garage in Lincoln.
So let's talk about my house, is it?
You got no fucking worries.
Oh, should
there,
it?
mate. I meant us as an outfit.
Imagine the doorbell going, and him and his fucking cronies.
Yeah.
Hello, you'll do podcast. Yeah, why? You said disparaging things about Abramovich. Called it.
I'm the only one that's not spoke.
I will now break your legs. Okay.
Roman, if you're
Carl doesn't
listening,
live here.
if you're listening, buddy, not me.
This is Carl.
I'll come to Russia, mate. I'm not
Roman.
bothered. I'll do whatever you want, Roman.
Carl,
Fuck
come
it.
here.
Honestly, I've always said these two are idiots. How
I've
about
bought you a
mate?
new bike. Now suck dick.
Deal.
Okay. What's the most expensive bike you can buy? It's not my world, obviously. How high do they go up? I don't mean the bike seat. I mean the price.
I certainly don't need a high bike seat, do I?
Stabilizers.
About 12 grand. You can probably
Was it
get some at about 20, I suppose. But
What is the advantage to having a 20 grand bike? What's the technicalities, Carl?
aerodynamics mainly.
Would you want a really expensive bike or like a cryo freezery thing?
I
So you'd have
wouldn't,
to get in a bin.
I wouldn't want to race any more expensive bike than the one I've got.
In case you fall off again.
Well, anything can happen, can't it? Doesn't have to be your fault why you fall off.
I suppose at that sort of price, you are probably looking at sponsors, aren't you? They've probably paid for it.
Yeah.
There's enough revenue coming in.
Yeah.
See that clip somebody tweeted us earlier? Did you
Yeah.
have a look at that? Or you
Yeah,
not onto it much?
mental, innit?
Wasn't great, was it?
Yeah. Welcome to bike racing.
It's a bit dog eat dog, isn't it?
It's fucking brutal, mate. The race on Sunday was like just savage. There's a lot of, not so much that, but there's a lot of, it was very physical on Sunday.
Well, it was Nelson that tweeted us, just to give him a name check. It was very early when I read it. Yeah, so what happened?
It was just a very, that in that clip or?
No, in your life. Go check
no,
our
it was
Twitter
just,
out
it
for
was
clip.
just very, very physical. There was a lot of
Hotly contested.
a lot of elbows and a lot of shoving and which when you're travelling at, I hit like 93 kilometres an hour,
Oh, you're going to have to turn that into English maths.
nearly 60 mile an hour.
Did you? I didn't even you went that fast.
Yeah. So when
Damn,
you
little legs got
Being
some
on
power, haven't they?
skis.
Yeah, you'd know.
why do you get that fast skiing?
106k I've got up to on skis.
Fuck that.
Again, you're going to have to translate that.
Well, 100 kilometres now is 60 mile an hour.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
about 60.
How do you not know that?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't know. Just don't pay any attention to
Do you
numbers.
weigh yourself in stone still?
I don't weigh myself for years. I can't. Psychologically, Carl, can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it, mate. I did when I first went on the diet, but I can't do it now, mate. Is what if my trousers fit.
I've
Game on.
I've like fully converted to like I guess, European style of measuring everything.
You're in kilos, yeah?
Yeah, kilos. Measure
always been
myself in
stone and pounds.
measure myself in meters.
I want to see you at the football, get really agitated, and be like, "Oh, come on, ref, he's 25 metres from the goal." As hard as you can.
Yeah, I've fully changed with everything. I don't know why.
I really tickle me. I don't know why.
You like that, don't you?
I don't know how to tickle me. Who's just can't?
Main problem is I'll not be at the football.
That's also true. Yeah. You've had this chat before. You not fancy it? You not miss it?
No, not at all.
Oh, if I miss one game, I miss it. Got the itch. I imagine it's what it's like to miss a bout of heroin.
I think
Similar?
I think we've got very different focuses in life, Adam.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Well, again, back to the argument about
That's your getaway and your release.
Yeah, when you've got a wife and kids, you're only allowed one hobby. So we've got a friend of this show, or not name, he had to give his season ticket up, but he swapped it for golf. You're only allowed one vice. You're not getting two. I mean, I would have more than one.
Absolutely not.
Can't think for one reason why I don't want to end up in that fucking hellhole.
Rewarding, mate.
No disrespect to anyone who's married, but it's not for me right now.
Well, each their own, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It could not be any less for me.
When he's ugly as this, mate, you settle down whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Wedding day was good
I'll
as
be
well.
honest, if she heard that, it's hardly...
I was going to say, she must be thrilled. What a catch.
Yeah. No, you see, I'm punching, and she knows that. She's in there now thinking, I could walk away any time. He's fucked. I'll stay with him. Yeah, I mean, he cooks, he cleans, he's good with the kids. Just nice to around the place.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm virile. So that's been beneficial to both parties.
What does that mean?
It means I'm effective.
Right. Why did you say that?
I thought of virile first. That's all right with
How
you.
does that even enter your head?
That's the link saying, isn't
all
it?
as I thought when you said that was Virat
Kohli.
Kohli.
I thought you would.
Yeah.
We don't like him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. How's that positive?
I couldn't spell it, if I'm honest.
I bet I could.
He's Virat.
But that is the saying you would say.
Virial.
L-E.
What are you gone with?
Viriale.
Yes. having strength, energy, and a strong sexual drive.
Hey! Well,
He was a powerful, virile man.
That is like the best thing I've ever spelt in my whole life.
I've sat next to people on trains and been genuinely worried they're going to get knocked up. I'm thinking, you are too close. The strength of this stuff. Honestly, you're too close.
Pineapple or no pineapple?
Honestly. I can't guarantee a pineapple. Flavour. Corned beef. Ham.
Oh, Jesus.
Omelette.
Oh, fucking Christ. Corned beef flavoured.
Definitely tasted regret.
Well,
that took a turn, didn't
It's
it?
horrible. Yeah.
The visual effects of that.
Are on the inside of my eyeballs.
It's a shame Tibbs is not here tonight because we could have talked about Wednesday drawing their life away to you boys.
Yeah.
They've had no wins in 5 now, haven't
Bit of
they?
a crumble for them.
No wins in 5.
Interesting to see if they can just get over the line.
What do you reckon bites more if you're a Wednesday fan? If you'd don't go up this year in itself is bad, but if Sheffield United look like they're going to get promoted now, that'll hurt even more, won't it?
Yeah.
Double whammy. Who's your money on? You've played them all now. What do you reckon?
Plymouth, well, albeit they got stuffed in the final yesterday, they're absolutely flying in the league.
I was listening to the radio the other day and they were on about nobody in the Premier League has said, oh, I've got to go to Plymouth next year. I've definitely said that. I thought to myself, I've definitely said that because that's the most extreme example.
Yeah, because you've not been there either of you.
No.
So, yeah.
It's not a reason I want to get relegated for.
Well, no.
If I'm honest.
No.
League One, the Championship was lovely, but I don't particularly want to go back there.
Yeah. I mean, they are now, I think Plymouth have got a game in hand.
They're level on points, didn't they? Or they were.
Yeah, but Ipswich are flying again. Barnsley are going like a train.
Sprint finish.
So, interesting.
I think Automatic's done in the champ. They're done, I think.
It's really tight in the playoffs because Bolton and Peterborough are in there, but Derby are just outside on goal difference, which if they don't get in there, fucking hell, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, you don't want to spend too much time there. We spent 3 years down there. It was enough. You don't want to. Sheffield United spent 6 down there. You don't want to spend too long.
No.
Couple of years, get up, sort your lives out, bounce back up, and get into the relative safety of the Championship, and then try and go again. But no, I think Championship automatics are done. Can't call relegation because fucking what does Warnock do? I can't stand the bloke, but my God,
He gets results.
have another win at the weekend.
Yeah,
And Middlesbrough.
against Middlesbrough. and
What's that all
absolutely
about?
fucking
Or home
dicked
to
him.
Middlesbrough, sorry. What's that all about?
Dicked him as well.
It's 4-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just madness. You're a big fan, can't you? Of the old Warnock.
I love Warnock, yeah. I love classic.
Down if you want.
I just like old school.
There's not many left, mate, and all.
You see the 99th minute winner for Swansea at Cardiff?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Absolute
Bedlam.
limbs, yeah, in the away end.
Fucking hell.
3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday as well.
Yeah, that's brave,
brave
isn't
from
it?
the police.
Although you do get less and less of those games now. I think they're getting better at dealing with it, but I think we've went down. It's that game is fiery and all. They can hate each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Swansea were 2-0 up, 2-2, and then 3-2 last minute.
Are you team Cardiff or team Swansea, Carl? You had to pick.
Swansea, 100%. Mainly because of Meet You back in the day.
Oh, what a player.
Jason Scotland.
Won it wonder. I
Bantam.
forgot about Jason Scotland.
Fucking, he was a machine,
I
man.
don't think I've ever thought about him.
Ever since he left.
No. We played them loads in League One when Martinez was there. They were a great side. As he was building it.
Trundle and...
Soccer M legend. There's a throwback to last week.
Got your Pringles socks on again, mate?
Barbecue flavour.
While you're scratching away at
I
your
was
milk
like,
bottles.
I'm itch my legs. That's it for this week.
No.
I've got nothing else to say.
We got nothing.
Where have you brought to the party, lads? I'm clean slate.
I feel like it's worth mentioning that next week is our 100th episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute though. Does that include whatever floats your goat and
Oh,
them specials?
but on Spotify it says this is the 99th.
Is it?
fuck it, let's just stop.
What are we going to do to celebrate it next week then?
Nothing, let's just call it a day now.
Just 99 out?
Yeah,
Can't do that. You're a cricketer.
exactly.
The omens aren't great on that.
I've never been out on 99.
Ollie Alford has.
Been out on 97
I
twice.
think we need to do something next week then. We need something special.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, it's bank holiday, mate. I'm busy.
Oh, that's a good point. That.
Yeah,
I'm at work.
We'll have to move it.
All right.
That's it. I told you. I'm not even
Well, everyone's giving up now, aren't they?
99.
Well, 99, aren't we? On another note, there is some podcast stuff available here to buy,
Stick a flake in it.
rent. There's 50 hats coming. You buy them as well.
Yeah.
We'll chuck them in.
Come free with a podcast machine.
I'll get them on Marketplace.
6 microphones available. A Rodecaster Pro, that's available.
Yeah. And a heater.
Hey, that's not going.
I've got some soundproofing as well that's shit.
Easily removed.
Yeah. Very easily removed.
Portable.
By breathing.
Yeah.
Ogden thought very kindly of bringing us that.
It does
I've
work.
butchered it.
Does work, but probably ways of making
He's
it
not
look
been
better.
around for ages, has he?
Oggers,
Yeah.
he messages me. He tweets us a bit. Tweeted a gif of you last week falling asleep.
Does he still mess about with his guns and that, thinking he's all hard?
Well, he is in the military, yeah, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I mess about with guns.
I think he teaches people how to shoot guns as well. I think that's one of the jobs.
American, is he?
That's not going to any of that one. Bloody hellfire. Yeah, he doesn't go to Leeds anymore, so I don't see him as much. Just send his love, though.
Why is that? So is he the one that's gone to golf?
No,
Oh,
no.
he's given up Leeds to what?
I don't know. Ask him.
Come on, Noggers, tell us.
What's going on, August? Talk to us.
Why did he not go to
I
football
don't know.
anymore?
He'll never get back in either.
Why?
There's 20,000 people on the waiting list. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Expand the stadium, we might have a sniff. Don't know, mate. Just stop going. My company was that poor. Sick of travelling.
Well, you should be ashamed of yourself.
It probably should. Yeah. Should I be? No. I'm not putting this on me. No, I think it's all the years of turgid Leeds United that's done him. He's had enough. He went out on a high. Leeds got 7th. Didn't get relegated. Close your eyes. Not think about it again. Wish I could do the same. Wish I could do a Stubbsy and just forget about football forever. I think my life would be more
It's
rewarding.
easily done.
It's not. I could never do it.
I think like you are a bit too obsessed with it.
I get it from my dad, though, mate. He's worse than I am.
Yeah, I suppose you. I don't mean this in a like disrespectful way, but
Oh,
you
God,
haven't
where's
got,
this going?
no, you just haven't got like anything else in life, have you?
Apart from the wife and 3 kids.
No,
house.
no. As in
Other
like,
hobbies.
hobbies wise.
I like drinking alcohol.
Yeah, but it's not a hobby, is it?
I can be a beer snob again in 12 weeks.
But again, it's not a hobby, is it?
No, it's not. No,
Like-
football is. To quote the guy off Ted
Going
Lasso.
to watch Leeds is your version
Football
of my
is life.
cycling.
Yeah. I think you have to have a slight obsessive compulsion to it, or
Yeah,
else
100%.
you won't achieve it, would you? Same with you. If you don't put the hours in, you achieve fuck all. Still have your stabilisers on.
Yeah, but I don't think you could. Like, I don't think you can have that focus on more than one thing.
No, it's laser, isn't it? Yeah,
Like, because we're all working people.
Yeah, because I can pick or drop. I go watch Yorkshire quite a bit, but I can pick or drop that. Rhinos the same. NFL I enjoy on
I
a
think
Sunday.
we have a lot of things that everybody enjoys, but
Can
you
dabble
don't,
with.
You don't like, that you can just dip your toe in.
But I don't know how. Or any sexes, male or female. I don't know how they don't have any hobbies. Like I know people that don't have any.
no, I
any
don't get it.
Isn't it?
Just go shopping and
What
that.
do you
It's like,
do?
I don't know.
I don't
know.
I don't get how people.
Oh, my hobby's music. Well, I really like music as well, and I listen to it all the time. It's not my hobby, is it?
I just don't get it. Just wander around a garden centre. Like, because the football gives you structure, and the cycling the same. It gives you the structure. Because the fixtures are laid down.
Yeah, you revolve your weekends.
You point at
around
everything, yeah.
it, and yeah.
Madness, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Plus, I've met loads of amazing people.
If I didn't,
Mate, you at a football.
Imagine how much spare time you'd have, though.
Oh, hours.
If you take all your hobbies out of your life.
Fucking hell. Be sat in the corner rocking.
I think you'd be happy, Dan.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Fucking would
I'd
not.
give me a week, mate, and probably a couple of days. I'd have gone mental.
I can't. I just have to be doing something. I just can't. I hate just sitting around doing fuck all.
Yeah, I like to be busy, to be fair.
It's very nice, though, every now and then, though, isn't it?
Every now and
Yeah,
again.
but you feel it better, though.
You do, yeah. I think it got to like Thursday last week, and I was like,
Nothing on.
oh, I'm sat on the sofa at like 7:00, and they'll be like, oh, next week outdoor cricket training starts. So that'll be that
And
time.
bang, woof, gone.
But yeah,
It's like when they cancel a game, like 24 hours before. You initially go, oh, okay, fine. That's Saturday clear.
have to fill.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, go to the fucking.
But that's like where it became different for me, because I like went with football, not so much watching it, but playing it, definitely. It got to Friday night, and I was thinking, fuck's sake, I've got football tomorrow.
Yeah, that's when you know you're not.
And
enjoying
Yeah,
it.
that's when it's time to leave
I was
it.
like, fucking hell, that's another day wasted for that shit that I'm really not. And I did that for like probably a year, maybe even 18 months.
Well, that's far too long.
Yeah, and that's why I fucking despise it so much now, because I just kept going even though I didn't want to, because I felt like I had to. If you know, that sounds daft, but...
No, it doesn't sound daft at all. I think
So now I just
no, there's
I've
plenty of people
almost
you.
like beaten it out of myself, like, which is why I just really don't like it now. I can watch it every now and then.
Or football.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've like when I just watch a game every now and then, like on a Sunday, I'll flick on Super Sunday or something if I've got nothing else on, and I'll sit and it'll be good, and I'll enjoy watching it. But I couldn't like. There's no chance I'd watch like Friday night football, then watch 3 o'clocks on a Saturday, or probably the 12 o'clocks before that, then the 3 o'clocks, then watch the Saturday night football, then watch both Super Sundays. Not a chance.
I think you have to be a fully fledged armchair fan. I do watch football, but I honestly could genuinely, like you just said there, Friday. But I could not watch any of it. I could not watch any of it all weekend. As long as I can watch Leeds, that's all I'm asked about. It's time with my dad, time with my mates, travel the country watching them. But I could leave the rest.
Yeah, I think everyone has like the little weekend things. Like Friday night, I always watch the horse racing. That's like a thing. Saturday morning, I'll do my training, and Saturday afternoon, I'll watch the horse racing. Like I have my little bits like that, and that's me done. I don't feel
I'll be on the A1 somewhere.
exactly not for me.
But it's good now. There's a good group of us go. We meet at a pub on the outskirts somewhere. It's good banter. They play pool and stuff. Catch up with them. So, and they're all from different walks of life. So that you've met purely through football for one love, as it were. It's class. I absolutely love it.
That's the one thing that I do miss about like the cycling, because you've only got a couple of lads with me.
Very singular sport, isn't it?
Yeah, well, not so much that. It's more the like the full team dressing room. Like I've had some class dressing rooms over the years, both at cricket and football, and there's nothing better than like 20 of you, I would guess, maybe even 25 in some, even more when you've got first and second teams and stuff. It's unbelievable crack when there's all them lads
quality
together.
That's what pros say, innit? That's what they miss the most. They don't miss the training, the pre-seasons, any of that sort of stuff. They just miss the dressing room. Most pros say that.
I don't miss playing cricket at all, but I do miss the lads, which is why I just go and watch.
They're long old days, aren't they?
Yeah, not for me anymore. I've not got time.
You've greased up your shoulders, ready to go.
Ready to go, mate.
Like a tin man.
Absolutely.
I just go down.
Time to
I
go
cycle to wherever they're playing.
Well, that works for you, doesn't it? It's all over Lincolnshire, isn't it? So you're laughing.
Exactly, yeah. Sorted. I'm looking forward to it, actually. Just getting over and watching them. The beauty of that is I can just go, watch for an hour, and then dick off thinking, you idiots are there for another 6 or 7 hours.
You miss the teas?
No. Not at all. You don't even have teas anymore, do you?
No, not allowed teas in it. Well, you are allowed them, but
I'm going to be
League have
like...
made it a thing now.
I think I'm going to be like pink ball specialist. Just play club T20 cricket, which will get me like 3 games a year if I'm selected. Probably not.
There's 2 funny sex things we've missed with Carl the last 20 minutes, just so you know, Dan.
Pink balls.
He was beating his meat earlier, and now he's on about pink things. Just left him.
Yeah.
I think we've grown up
Yeah.
these last 56 minutes. I think we've... I mean, obviously not.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
He said, finish me off as well.
Really big shot. Did he? Oh, shit, we missed that one and all. Just fill the jokes in at home, guys. Just, honestly, send in your answers. Best one gets a free hat.
You can't give them away.
I'm joking,
now.
I'm joking.
Cost a lot of
No
money.
free hats.
money,
All
yeah.
right, calm down.
It's not your money.
Oh, if you spotted dogging wearing it as well, you get...
No, yeah, if you are wearing a goat hat, like, don't be doing anything bloody untoward.
Yeah, nothing illegal.
We don't want to be on the news. Yeah, we do.
Well,
Any publicity is good
Yeah, I'm going to
publicity.
say there's no bad PR, is there, mate? So
Do what you want.
as long as it's not something too sinister,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If it's something funny, then all for it.
Goating is the new dogging.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If you can get a hat off us,
Live on
then-
Sky.
no, and then get a photo of an actual goat wearing it, well, I will give the first person to do so.
A hand job.
That's going to go £25 English.
So basically a free hat.
Yes, let's do that.
Plus a £5.
Oh, under 5, yeah.
Okay, well,
So the first person to have the hat on
a goat.
next to a goat.
No,
Oh, put it on the goat.
on the
Okay.
yeah. So fucking.
You
good
don't have
luck.
to touch it sexually.
No, just the hat. The goat needs to be wearing the hat for a photo.
Can you do the goat noise, but like say the word, that name Steve or something? Steve! I knew that was going to be funny. I've got such a simple mind.
Why, Steve?
I don't know. Dave would have worked also. I didn't know like a classic name.
It would have been a bit harder with like Benedict.
Yeah.
Your wife's watching, but in goat.
Dear. And on that note,
She'll go.
I think
Yeah.
we pressed the button.
Let's see if I press the right button.
Probably not.
Absolutely nailed it.
That fucking time.
You have been listening to Gone Off on a Tangent. Thank you to Small Beer for the sponsorship. Thank you very much to Hell's Ditch for the music. Look out for the hats going live in however many months. And get ready for the 30-degree summer they're about to have. And stick your hats on and go and touch a stroke of goats, in fact. Hashtag. My name's Adam Stocks. His name's Carl Stubbs.
Good night.
Dan Taylor. Bye. Tudor says hello. See you next week. Bye.